We have full 5G right here. We're just down from Highway 90, 94 right there. There's our communication tower. Another day on the Ice Age Trail. We're by the Bayside Bar and Grill sign, 500 feet. It's also where we reached our official 500-mile point here on the Ice Age Trail. But the connector continues up this way. Starting to notice patches of this sandstone kind of just popping out of the ground. Here on the connector, Western Bifurcation. There's a big chunk of sandstone. Town of Linden. We've come up to Dyer Street, but we continue this way. So from what I can tell, this is the landside entrance to the Stand Rock Formation. It is public property, but they don't want you going back there. It's like pseudo public property. There's a exclusive easement over the top of it for the Dell's boat tours. But somewhere back here is Stand Rock. And the connector continues this way. This is part of the Dells of the Wisconsin River State Natural Area, but this particular parcel is restricted to the public. It's really sad that this area is public-owned property that the public can access, but the people that are responsible for it can't seem to take care of it either. As we're walking back here, right off the road, there's this significant amounts of trash here on this Stand Rock property. Watch out, Bean. Don't step in the trash. There's just so much trash here at this Stand Rock property. It's really disrespectful. Bit of water flowing down there. Oh, now they're all quiet suddenly. All right, we made it up to 61st Street. If we go down this street, about a half a mile is the Dells of the Wisconsin River State Natural Area, the Scenic Overlook, which looks towards Witch's Gulch, and it's just south of Stand Rock, which is over there. There's bathrooms, there's water, and the view is tremendous. It's one of the best views of the Wisconsin River in the area. But the connector continues down this way. We can still hear the highway off in the distance, and we still have 5G full bars, but there's our tower. Just south of this Dells of the Wisconsin River State Natural Area. There's water running down there. I don't know where it's coming from, but it's going there. We've come up to Stand Rock Campground, and the closer we got to this campground, the cleaner the forest looked. All right, we've come up to 60th Street, where we head west again. You could continue by these Dell's boat tour signs down this way and still get to the same place we're going. I mean, you couldn't right now because it says it's closed due to high water. Parts of the state are actually in a state of emergency because of the rainfall we've gotten lately. See, this field behind me is flooded still. But this is a shorter, probably arguably safer way to walk this route. But the official map takes you this way. And really the difference, other than this way is just a little bit longer, is that this way also takes you through Rocky Arbor State Park, where this way does not. It takes you around Rocky Arbor. But also this way takes you right along the river's edge, and you see a lot of cool features that way along the river. So it's a horse apiece right here, but the official way is this way. Right up on it. I think this is the end of the track for that little railway in Wisconsin Dells, which heads up that way. It's a smaller railway. Come up to some railroad tracks. And right there's 90, 94. And there's down the tracks. Looking the other way. And we continue this way. The closer we get to the Wisconsin Dells, there's just more and more trash on the side of the road. All right, that's 90, 94 down there. We've come up to Highway 12 and 60th Street. This is a busy highway. We're 2 miles out of Wisconsin Dells, but we continue down this way through Rocky Arbor. We reached our first state park sign. Some more sandstone peeking out. This is all part of Rocky Arbor State Park. Got water coming out of the rock right here. Pretty cool. Entering Sauk County. Leaving Juneau County by Rocky Arbor. All right, we just walked past the high school down there, the new high school. We've come up to this roundabout and we continue down this way. So we continue up Fitzgerald Road. Down this way is Wisconsin Dells. There's our sign. We go this way. Just evenly deposited layers of sandstone here. Some of them still have water trickling out. All right, we've come up to County H in Fitzgerald, where we head this way down County H. But right here is a Citgo and a Burger King on the Western Bifurcation. If you go down this way and go left, you'll be in Wisconsin Dells. but we're heading this way out of Wisconsin Dells. Lots of water rushing through this little section, but we did just get a lot of rain here. It's a great little indoor theme park. All right, we pass under Interstate 9094 right here. We are just north of the exit 87, 13 North, Wisconsin Dells exit on 9094. All right, we've come up to Old Highway 12, where we head north a little bit. Right behind us is this Halbert Creek public fishing area. County H is pretty busy highway so far. It's another day on the Ice Age, Western Bifurcation. This is the Halbert Creek, it's down there. Fishery area, this is County Highway H. And we're continuing up Old Highway 12, heading north for a little bit before turning west. So there's a parking area right here for Halbert Creek. This parking area is not on the map. It's just off County H, which is right down there. Another sign for Hulbert Creek. We continue west. We've come back up the signs. It's a public hunting and fishing ground, so this must be Hulbert Creek down here. Check the map. It's a pretty cool old tree. We've come up to this narrow bridge to what I believe is Hulbert Creek. It's a nice little creek. Another sign for Hulbert Creek. Come up to Birchwood and Lage Road. We continue heading west. Little trail that goes back there. Off in the distance, you can see a big sand hill back there. Going to Oak Hill Road and Linden Road by this barn. These horses. But we continue down this little road right here. They pretty much started back here. And the bottles just continue on. Alright, there's where all those bottles are. There's like a driveway here. And the bottles continue. Somebody drinks a lot of Michelob Ultra around here. Yeah, they're just everywhere. There's just so many of these bottles here. There's got to be at least 3 dozen Michelob Ultra bottles just in this last quarter mile. They don't even look old. There's another one right by this survey marker. Private property. This is our nearest address. They just don't stop. Maybe we're up to 4 dozen. I haven't filmed them all, but there's just so many of them. I mean, the amount of trash in this ditch, specifically Michelob Ultra. Yep, you guessed it. More Michelob Ultra. Just everywhere in this ditch. There's also quite a few of these Miller Lite cans, but way more Michelob Ultra. All right, we've come up to Coon Bluff Road at the end of Oak Hill Road. And we continue west for a little bit. We've come up to Oak Hill Lane and Oak Hill Road. Looks like a dead end. And right here we head south. For a second I thought we were done with these Michelob Ultra bottles, but we're not. They're still here. Yeah, somebody around here drinks a lot of Michelob Ultra beer and just throws their bottles in the ditch. It's probably getting old at this point, but just need to document it. There's so many of these bottles on this stretch of the Western Bifurcation. All right, we continue heading south for a little bit until we reach County Highway H, and then we head west again. That's County Highway H right back there. County H right there. Got this wetland creek area right here before we get to County H. All right, we made it up to County H, and now we head west, southwest that way for a little bit. Some kind of dead animal here, but I'm not sure what it is. A possum, maybe? This County H is a busy stretch of highway, but this is the first public hunting and fishing ground sign we've seen in a while. We've come up to this bridge. There's no way to cross it other than going over it, and this highway is really busy and the bridge narrows right there, so this is probably going to be tricky. All right, we made it across that bridge, come up to a parking area. Right there's the bridge. And we're gonna stop here for a little break. This is the Dell Creek Wildlife Area.